Hi, and welcome to the Twisted Stitcher podcast. Today is Sunday, February 1st, 2015, and this is episode 11. I am Ashley. I'll be your host today. You can find me on Ravelry and Instagram as Carolina Spinner. Make sure and come check out the Twisted Stitcher Ravelry group. We've got lots of fun things going on over there, including our Knit Any Sweater, Knit Along, Sweater Cow. So basically just knit any sweater between January 1st and April 30th and post a picture and you're entered to win. So I hope you guys have had a great couple of weeks. I have had a good couple of weeks. I've been very busy. Unfortunately, the flu has struck our household. So right now my boyfriend is down for the count with the flu, and I'm really hoping that I don't get it. I am taking emergency like crazy and drinking lots of water and trying to limit contact. So you guys cross your fingers that I don't get it, because I cannot be down right now. So yeah, I guess let's just jump right on into things. I've got a couple of finished projects to show you. If you remember from the last episode, I was working on a barley hat. Well, I got it done. This barley was supposed to be for the boyfriend, but it turned out to be a little bit too big for him, but it fits me quite well. So I will probably end up keeping it for me. So yeah, this is the barley by Tin Can Knits. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. I knit this out of Knit Picks Wool of the Andes, and I'm really happy with it. I like the way it fits. It's just a touch loose, but I think that's okay. Fits really well, very comfortable, good warm winter hat. Can't really go wrong. So barley hat, Tin Can Knits. I also finished the cowl that I talked about casting on last time. This is my hand spun cowl. This is all of my very first hand spun. So it's really thick and thin, super bulky, super heavy. This was spun from some merino silk blend. As far as the pattern goes, I really didn't use a pattern. I think I cast on, I want to say 90 stitches on a circular needle. And I basically just knit until I was finished with each color. I did the purple here at the bottom and then switched to the blue. Then I had a little tiny bit of green, so I added that in. Purple again, green again, blue, and then purple one more time. I'm really happy with this. It fits pretty well. It's really warm. I think it's going to be great for when the weather gets really cold again. Right now it's been pretty warm here in North Carolina. But I'm very happy with it. I think too it's a great memento of my first hand spun. I think everybody should do something with their first hand spun. Don't just throw it on the shelf. Actually knit it, turn it into something. So this was a fun, quick knit, and I'm glad to have it done. I also finished another hat. I knit the Bankhead hat. The Bankhead is by Susie Gourlay. It's a free Ravelry download, free on Ravelry. This actually was knit out of some of my yarn, Twist Fiber Studio and the Haywood Worsted. I'm calling this colorway Dye Pot Surprise. I started out with one idea, didn't really like the way it was turning out, so I threw it in the pot, dumped some fuchsia in on it, and I got some really great colors out of it. So you can see there's lots of blues, there's some greens, purples, grays, lots and lots of pretty different colors. I love this hat. I think I've worn this hat every day since I knit it. It fits so spectacularly well. I love the ribbing. It's twisted rib here on the bottom, and then you've got the pattern sections. But it's so comfortable. It fits so good. I definitely will be knitting more of the Bankhead hat. I actually plan to cast one on pretty soon for my boyfriend's mom. She has a Kickstarter reward coming her way, but she is not a knitter, so I told her that I would make her some things out of her yarn. So this again is the Bankhead hat. Make sure and go check it out. It's a wonderful pattern. I think I might even just leave it on. So those are my 3 finished projects for this week. I did get a little bit of work done on one of my works in progress. I picked my hitchhiker back up. I actually had kind of a funny story. We went to see a movie. We went to see American Sniper, and I'm like, Okay, I'll take my knitting. I've got like 30 minutes before the movie starts, and I'll get a lot of progress done on my hitchhiker. Well, that didn't go over so well. I've never really knit in dark environments like that, and I goofed the thing all up. So the 2 rows that I did get knit, I had to rip those back. So I think I've done just 1 more point since the last time you saw it, but hey, progress is progress. This is The Hitchhiker. It's by Martina Bim. It is right now $3.84 on Ravelry. I'm knitting it out of Unwind Yarn Company Journey Sock in the Making Memories 2014 colorway. This was her special colorway from the Into the Wool retreat last year. And it's gorgeous. It's got blues and oranges and some kind of brown colors and greens and some undyed bits. So really, really fun pattern. I am committed to getting this done. I think I'm going to try to start knitting 1 point per day. I think once I'm done with Kickstarter stuff, I can really get a bounce back on my knitting. So this is The Hitchhiker. I think I'm at 30 points, 28, 30 points, somewhere in there. So yeah, go check it out. It's another fun pattern. The only other project that I have on the needles right now is the baby sweater that I talked about a couple episodes ago. I haven't picked that back up, but I need to. I need to get that done too. Hopefully by like the end of March, somewhere in there. My harvest sweater that I had talked about, I actually ended up ripping that out. I had made a mistake about 10 rows back in the garter band that goes around the neck and down the front. And I really just wasn't happy with how the fabric was knitting up. It was a little scratchier than I wanted. And the band itself was just, it was too big. I'm knitting the extra large size, and the garter band was like 5 inches, and I'm fairly petite, I'm short, so I think it was just going to be too big coming down around my neck and my front. So my plan on that now is to actually dye some of my own yarn to knit it out of. I found that I really, really like working with my worsted weight yarn, and if you're going to take the time to knit a sweater and you're a dyer, you might as well knit it out of your own yarn. I think it'll be a great sample for shows coming up this fall. Let's see, moving right along. I do want to show you guys a couple of new patterns that I stumbled across. The first of which is called Star Shower. It is by Hilary Smith Callis. It's a $5 Ravelry download. It's a really cool pattern. It's a, she calls it a shawl-cowl hybrid. It uses 400 yards of fingering weight yarn. It's $5 on Ravelry, but it's really, really pretty. I love pieces like this that are super wearable. Let's see. See if I can get the glare to cooperate. There you go. You can kind of see it there. So it's smaller in the back but longer in the front, sort of asymmetrical. And it can be worn a variety of ways. So just like you would a standard cowl. Or you can even pull it down over your shoulders for sort of like a shrug, like a bolero kind of thing. So yeah, really, really, really pretty piece. So I really like that, but after working on my hitchhiker for so long, I sort of dread knitting on more fingering weight yarn. So I got to looking at her patterns, and she also has a similar pattern knit out of worsted weight. This is called the Adama. It's also by Hilary Smith Callis. It's also $5 on Ravelry, and this is knit out of worsted weight. Calls for 300 yards of worsted weight yarn. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. Same sort of patterning, same sort of style. It's that cowl shawl hybrid. Let me show you another picture of it. Really, really pretty. I think it would be super wearable, not too fancy. Could kind of just wear it for every day. So maybe I'll get this on my needles soon. I thought it was pretty cool and I wanted to share it with you guys. I do have a little bit of stash enhancement. I went to a meeting of a local organization in my area called Local Cloth. Local Cloth is really cool. They're a nonprofit, and I'll read you their little description. says we are a nonprofit organization that encourages and supports collaboration among textile artists, designers, fiber farmers, suppliers, and small businesses to sustain a thriving local textile economy and bring locally grown and made fiber products to consumers within and beyond the Blue Ridge. So basically, this organization operates in a 100-mile radius of Asheville, of my home area, and it's really, really great. They do a lot of events in the local community. They do exhibits at local galleries. They've put on 2 fashion shows that feature locally grown and locally crafted garments. So pretty cool. They do some education. They have a monthly textile study group. They do some marketing endeavors. So really, really cool organization. I recently joined, and I'm excited to sort of get involved in the local fiber and local textile community and see how myself and my business can give back. So if you have something like this in your local area, definitely check it out, see what you can join, and see what you can do to be, a contributing member of your fiber community. I think it's important for us all to really participate in things like that, or, the fiber arts, they get lost. So this, again, is called Local Cloth, and it spans 100 miles of Asheville, and they're even talking about expanding it to cover the Charlotte area. While I was there, one of the members had some comb top that she just got back from our local mill, and it's Cormo. It's so soft. It is so, so, so nice. So I had to buy some of this. I bought 4 balls, so 4 ounces. And it is just beautiful. It's so soft. There's no VM whatsoever. Just gorgeous fiber. So I can't wait to spin this up. The lady that grew the fiber, it actually came from the sheep. Her name was Snow. So I think that's pretty fitting. It's very, very beautiful white. So I'll have to decide if I want to dye this before I spin it or dye it after. Or I may even just leave it white. We'll see. So hopefully that'll get spun up soon. And it was another wonderful opportunity to add a little bit more fiber to the stash. Local Cloth puts on an annual event in Asheville called Fiber Feel Day. And this year it will be at the farmers market here in Asheville. And basically at Fiber Feel Day, they have all different producers and dyers and mills, education opportunities, all different things like that in one place for the fiber community to connect with. So I'm hoping to have a booth there with my yarns and fibers this year. It is always the first Saturday in June, so I think this year it is June 4th or June 6th. I can't remember exactly. But if you're in the Asheville area, it's definitely worth coming to and checking out. Again, it's called Fiber Feel Day, and you can come and check out my stuff. Hopefully. So another good fun opportunity to add to your stash as well. I'll give you guys a couple updates on business stuff and school stuff. I've been very busy finishing up the Kickstarter rewards. I'm definitely in the home stretch now. I've been working on labeling and packaging and getting everything in shipping packages, starting to work on shipping labels. So that's this week's big endeavor, is getting all the shipping labels on and getting everything actually ready to go out the door. So hopefully I should start mailing things this week. We'll see how my school schedule goes. It's very, very busy. School is going really well, but it's challenging. Since this is my last real semester, I've got lots of what they call capstone classes, which sort of build on everything that you've learned throughout your program of study. So to me, that translates to lots of homework. And it's not just simple stuff. It's lots of projects, lots of case analysis work, ethical dilemma, case studies, lots of things like that. So it's taking a lot more time than I had anticipated. And I'm also on campus a lot more than I used to be. For the last couple of semesters, I was fortunate to take all my classes online. And this semester, I'm on campus 1 full day each week and then half a day another day. So it really takes up like 2 days out of my week. And then I'm probably working on homework at home 2 other days out of the week. So it's definitely a challenging semester, but I'm going to hang in there and I'm going to get it done and just relish in the fact that I'm almost finished. I've only got a couple more months till I graduate. I will have to take a couple classes over the summer semester, accounting and macroeconomics, but after that I will be totally done. And then I have to make some decisions. I am possibly thinking about pursuing a bachelor's degree, but I'm still undecided on that. I really want to see where my business goes over the next couple of months, and maybe just take a couple of years to devote to my business and sort of get a good balance going there. And then once I'm comfortable with where I'm at in my business, then maybe I can pursue additional education on like a part-time basis. But everything's going really good. One other fun business update is I'm going to be vending at Into the Wool. I've actually known about this since December. I've had to keep it sort of hush-hush, but I'm so super excited to be vending at the Into the Wool Fiber Retreat. It's held in Crossville, Tennessee from September 3rd through the 6th. This is hosted by Dana of Unwind Yarn Company and the Just One More Row podcast. Gert and Allie, Daniela and Allie of the Caffeinated Knitting podcast, and Wendy Sillyfru from the Sassy Pants Knitter podcast. It's going to be an awesome, awesome time. I went last year and I had so much fun. I'm so excited to be going back and not only participating in the retreat, but being a vendor. There's some awesome vendors there too. Let's see, there's Hobbledehoy, Marigold Gin, Color Wheel Yarns, Daisy Knits, Rainstorm Studios, 2 If by Hand. Let's see. I think there's 9 vendors in all. Unwind Yarn Company. I think that's everybody, but if I'm missing anyone, I'm really, really sorry. I don't have the list in front of me. Actually, I can pull it up real quick because I don't want to forget anybody. Let's see. Sign-ups just went live today. There may still be spaces left. You can go on Ravelry and search for the Into the Wool Fiber Retreat group. You can find out all the details about costs, dates, everything. There's going to be some really fun stuff happening, though, with the retreat. I am so excited, and I can't wait. It's going to be such a nice thing, because I'll have just finished up with school, and I will need a nice break with some awesome knitters. So let's see. Into the Wool 2015 vendors. We've got Hobbledehoy, 2 If by Hand, me, Twist Fiber Studio, Unwind Yarn Company, Daisy Knits, Knitting Rose Yarns, Rainstorm Studios, The Color Wheel Yarn, and Marigold Gin. So that is a awesome lineup of vendors. You don't want to miss this. The vendor hall is open exclusively to retreat attendees. So you guys, if you're going, you better start saving your pennies because you're going to want to have some budget for this vendor market. There's going to be some awesome stuff there. I am excited to show you guys. I've developed a perfect pair project bag set exclusively for the retreat. So it's all camping themed. The retreat is held at a retreat center, but it's got cabins and a lake. It's so much fun. It's such a nice area. Tennessee, it's beautiful there. Hopefully the weather will be beautiful. But this is what the set looks like. This is the bag. It's a little bit bigger than the usual bag that I make. And I also have perfectly dyed to match spinning fiber and yarn. So this will be available to retreat attendees. I'm still working out final pricing. I will be doing pre-orders so that you can go ahead and commit to your set ahead of the retreat, and I'll have it there for you to pick up at check-in. And I'll announce all of that in the Into the Wool group and probably the Twist Fiber Studio group. I'll probably mention it here on the podcast, but I may not post specifically about it in the podcast group. So definitely go check out Into the Wool Fiber Retreat. It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait. September 3rd through 6th. It's coming up so soon. Yay. I do have some announcements. We have to draw for a contest for the Drawstring Project Bag for January. This contest, I wanted you guys to tell me about your 2015 goals. There were 36 entries for the contest, and let's go draw. I'm going to pull up random.org. And let's see. We will put in the random number generator, post 2 through 37. I was post number 1. Oh, let's see. 37. Alright, so random.org. Hopefully, maybe it'll focus. Maybe not. Ah, there we go. So random.org, post 2 through 37. Let's hit generate. The result is number 29. Let's go see who 29 is. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. 29 is on page 2. That is Jill Serenity. Yay! Congratulations, Jill. Awesome. She says, my stash goals are 2 skeins out equals 1 skein in. Be mindful of fiber and yarn purchases. My health goals are move more and eat junk food less. My serenity goals are to enjoy my family time as it is happening, read, put down the phone, and to reach out to my friends to get together more. Here's to a wonderful 2015. Jill, those are awesome goals. I couldn't agree with you more. I'm definitely guilty of the not putting down my phone part. I am learning quickly, though, that it's important to live in the moment and really enjoy time with friends and family. So those are great goals. Congratulations. Whenever you see this episode, I want you to shoot me a PM, and I'll get your project back out to you. Congratulations, Jill Serenity. Yay! We also have our 100-member giveaway. We reached 100 members in the Ravelry group, I guess, last week, I think. We're actually currently at 109 members. Hooray! So, let's see. We're going to go back to random.org. And we're going to go 1 through 109. And we'll draw for a winner. If you remember, this is for a pattern of your choosing up to $6. If you're the winner, just shoot me a PM and I will work with you to get your pattern to you. It needs to be something giftable on Ravelry so that you can store it in your library and all that jazz. And we'll do this every time that we get to 100 member milestone. So the next one will be 200 members. We're only, if my math's right, 89 members away? 91 members away? I'm terrible at math, you guys. Terrible. Okay, so I've got the random number generator pulled up. We've got, come on, 1 through 109. And if it picks me, I will generate again. So the result is number 88. So bear with me, it'll take just a couple minutes. Let's see. All right, so number 88 is Phyllis Joan 46. She is from Ojai, California. She joined us pretty early. She joined back in October of 2014. So there is Miss Phyllis. Congratulations, Phyllis. When you see this episode and you see that you've won, just shoot me a PM and I will work with you to get your pattern. Hopefully you choose something really fun. I'm excited to see what you chose. You might even introduce a new pattern to me. So congratulations again, Phyllis Joan 46. Let's see. So we will have a contest for February. Doing something a little bit different this time. For February's contest, I have a set of stitch markers. These are pretty cool. It's a rainbow set, so you get 8 stitch markers. And they're little skulls. They're pretty cool. They're the ring size stitch markers. They fit up to a size 8 needle. These are made by me. I do some stitch markers too. So you'll win these, and then you'll also win your choice of either a small cross stitch kit with a little owl, so cute, or a basic needle felting kit. This is cute too. It's a little fishy. It's got everything that you need in there to do the little needle felting. So you'll win the stitch markers and your choice of cross stitch or needle felting. Try something new. I think either of those would be an excellent introduction to a new craft if you don't cross stitch or if you don't needle felt. So awesome. For this contest, I want you guys to tell me about your favorite project that you've ever made. I'd love for you guys to link to your project page if you have one, or even just share a picture. For me, my favorite project is my Age of Brassenstein shawlette. This was one of the first projects that I knit when I was a new knitter, and I really love it. It looks a lot more complicated and complex than it is. It's nice and comfy and cozy, perfect for just everyday wear. It goes with lots of things. So this is the Age of Brassenstein. This is from Orange Flower Yarn on Ravelry, and it's a free download. So I'll create a contest thread, and you just go in there and you tell me what your favorite all-time project that you've made is, and share a picture if you'd like, and you'll be entered to win the stitch markers and either the cross stitch or needle felting kit. Our regular contest rules apply. Only one entry per person, please. You must be a member of the Ravelry group to win, and I will draw for the winner of this contest on the March 1st podcast episode. So you've got the entire month of February. So I think that's just about it. I did want to give a couple updates about the actual podcast. I'm working diligently to get onto iTunes. I'm having to do some changes with how the podcast is hosted on WordPress, and working with archive.org to back up the podcast episodes there and then get them to the RSS feed. So a huge thank you to, the Stockinette Zombies podcast and the Knit One Heart 2 podcast for throwing up some tutorials online on how to get your podcast to iTunes. They have been incredibly helpful. I'm still working on it. Hopefully I will get there in the next couple of weeks once things slow down a little bit. I did want to tell you guys that I now have the domain twistedstitcherpodcast.com, so you no longer have to put in the WordPress part. And hopefully look for me on iTunes. Maybe by the next episode I will have that all wrapped up. I think iTunes is great for all of you and for me too. I know personally I like to keep up with podcasts that are on iTunes. I like it that it notifies me when there's new episodes. So keep your fingers crossed for me that I can get all that worked out. On the next episode, I think I'm going to share with you guys some of my favorite podcasts, and maybe I'll be able to introduce you to a couple of new ones. There's so many excellent podcasts out there, and I think it's a great way to make new friends in the knitting community and find out about new projects. Knitting podcasts are awesome. So make sure and tune in to the next episode on February 15th, and I'll talk about podcasting a little bit more. So thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you're all having a wonderful Super Bowl Sunday. Personally, I'm not much of a sports fan, so I really won't be cheering either way. But I hope you are able to enjoy the evening with your friends and family and just relax a little bit. So thanks again for stopping by. We'll see you in a couple of weeks on February 15th. And until then, stay warm, stay safe, and happy knitting. I know I haven't told you guys in a little bit, but I hope you don't drop any stitches. I hope you don't have to tink back several rows on your projects like I did. So thanks again, guys. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Bye.